Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Nick Tan Chats, my magic and mostly mentalism review show. My name is Nick Tan, and on today's episode, I'll be talking to you guys about a really cool concept for coin magic by Collin Claus. This is something that he calls ghost. So hi guys, welcome back to the channel. As always, thanks for tuning in, thanks for showing up, thanks for choosing to spend some time with me today. If you have been subscribed to the channel for some time now, you will know that I tend to do mentalism related reviews, alright? Because mentalism is kind of like my passion right now. It's also what I perform professionally. But having been a fan of the magic of Gary Kurtz and Guy Hollingworth, ever since the 90s, I'm still very much in love with close-up sleight of hand magic, especially when it comes to coins and cards. And so I suppose, you will still see me doing some of these, magic reviews, especially when it's got to do with this sort of material. And on today's episode, I'll be doing a coin magic kind of a review, alright? This is for Ghost by Collin Claus, who is a professional magician from the UK. So what is Ghost, alright? Well, Ghost is kind of like a technique, a method that allows you to perform exceptionally clean looking coin magic, alright? So for example, you could begin your coin set like this, produce an invisible coin from the air, toss it up, and then catch it in the palm of your hand. Okay, and from here you can do whatever coin routines you want to do, and then to end off the routine, you can, using Ghost, make the coin vanish again. So as you can tell, it's a really clean looking method, alright? So let's talk about it right now. So I first got to know of Collin not through coin magic. Actually, I got to know him through a project that was called Refractor. And Refractor is actually a project between Kev G and Collin Claus that featured Rubik's Cube material. And through that particular project, I got to know of Collin, and from there, he came across as someone who is really passionate, about the kind of magic that he does. He's got a really easygoing kind of persona, really relaxed, and I really enjoyed his teaching style as well. I felt it was really clear and really concise, and he's the kind of teacher that kind of makes me want to do the material. So right from the beginning, the material on Refractor seemed really daunting, but I must say that Collin actually, made the whole process really enjoyable for me. So recently, Collin actually caught an episode that I did for Rooster's routine, alright, that was called Evanescent, alright, it's a coin routine. So from that episode, I think he was kind of surprised, that I was also into coin magic, and so he contacted me on Facebook and asked if I would be interested to check out this particular thing of his called Ghost. As you can tell, it's a kind of a technique that allows you to perform really clean looking coin magic. In its most basic form, it's used for a vanish, but it also has other applications. It can be used for productions, for switches, and also it can be applied to the current material that you do as well to clean up the material that you do, alright? Because, a lot of the times in coin magic, right, we are often in a situation where we have to do these kinds of moves. And Ghost actually enables you to clean all that up and give your hands a really empty appearance. The whole thing is performed using ungaffed coins, okay, so there are no gaffed coins at all in play. It's completely impromptu, and it can also be done in short sleeves. So what do you get when you purchase Ghost? Ghost can be purchased online over at the Alchemy tree, okay, which is a site that is producing sleight of hand based magic tutorials. And there are actually two ways that you can purchase Ghost actually. There is a standard kind of edition, okay, a standard edition, and then there is also a deluxe edition as well. So in the standard edition, you'll be taught the basic Ghost concept, the move itself, alright? In the deluxe edition, alright, you'll get everything that you picked up in the standard edition, and on top of that, there'll be another routine that Collin will teach you, okay? The name of which I am definitely going to mess up, but I will try. It is called Schmetterling, I think, alright? It's Collin's three-fly routine. So I must tell you guys that the videos are really well produced. Everything is just so clear and it makes learning so easy. Everything is really well shot from multiple angles as well. There are very, strategic stops and pauses in between the videos just to highlight the positions of your fingers or the coin itself. On the video, you will see Collin demonstrate the move to you, and then he will teach you various applications for it, such as a vanish, of course, and also its use within productions. There are also ways to use it within switches. There are applications for use with multiple coins as well. And then, of course, as mentioned, if you get the deluxe edition, there will be a teach-in of Schmetterling, all right, which is Collin's ungaffed 3-fly routine, where 3 coins are produced, they fly from fingertip to fingertip, and then they go across all at the same time. Again, everything is really well taught, well shot. You know, it's really top grade production quality. So here are my thoughts on Ghost, all right? I like it, you know, I like it a lot. In fact, when I first saw it, when Collin first directed me to the trailer, I watched it, I was amazed, and I kind of was a bit reluctant to learn it as well, because I kind of knew what was happening. And you know, I've always told myself that this kind of a thing is just not my thing, all right? Because I'm never gonna get it down. It looks just so technical and really so difficult. But surprisingly, once I tried it out, I picked it up, you know, quite fast, all right? But that's also because I have some experience playing around with this sort of concept before. So this is not like a completely new concept, you know. Other performers have kind of played around with this sort of thing before, and Collin does mention that in his tutorial, all right? He gives credit where credit is due. He lists out all his inspirations for the concept. And the very first time I started playing with this kind of a thing was back in like 2008, maybe 2010, when I actually got to meet Shoot Ogawa. All right, some of you may know him for his really technical coin magic. So he was in Singapore for like a lecture, and through a friend, hello Jeremy Pei, if you're watching this, through a friend I actually got the opportunity to hang out with Shoot. So I remember clearly there was this dinner that we were at, and I was just sat opposite Shoot Ogawa, and well, I was eager to watch him perform the coin material that I had only like heard of. And I was kind of like familiar with the kind of concepts that was involved, right? But I had never seen it performed live before. So I was thinking, you know, it's never gonna happen live, right? And then Shoot started performing, okay? And if you have never watched Shoot Ogawa perform live in front of you, one-on-one, it's an experience, okay? Because in his hands, coins just disappear. I was amazed on many levels, all right? First, the effect, all right, the coins vanishing. And then I was amazed in my head about the thought of the method. And then I was amazed when he showed the method to all of us who were present, okay? In fact, at the end of the whole thing, it was almost more amazing to watch him perform the routines from behind rather than the front. So, you know, regardless of your opinion on this kind of coin magic, okay, I think you all have to agree on one thing. It does look good, you know, it really looks really magical, you know, your hands are seen clearly empty. However, here comes the main point, all right? This is not easy stuff, okay? It's not easy, but it is not unattainable. Because as you can see, I've managed to get it down somewhat. I'm not that confident with it yet because I've just been playing with it for like 2 to 3 days, but it is attainable. All you need is just brute repetition and muscle memory. Now, after you've gotten the move down, okay, and you're able to do it quite consistently, then comes the next point, okay, to actually bring it out there and perform for people. Because then you will deal with another problem, okay, which is angles. So for those of you who suspect that this is kind of like an angly kind of a thing, you would be right, okay? It is quite an angly thing. You do need to learn your angles really well. And I've had this conversation with Shoot Ogawa as well back then, about how to kind of know your angles for certain moves. And he's got this really interesting kind of concept, all right? For every like move that he does, he's got like a kind of like a radar, and you can kind of sense after a while the kind of position that you need the spectators to be at, or if they are not at the right position, how to position yourself so that you are able to pull what you need to pull off. I think there are too many offs there. Pull what off. Anyway. So those are the main negatives, alright? So while the move looks really good, it is angly and it will require a lot of practice, okay? But, as with a lot of things in magic, and even in mentalism, you do have to pick your time, pick your moment. There's a time and place for everything. And I haven't tried this out yet for a live audience, okay? But I do suspect that Once you get into this kind of a position and your hands are seen really empty, people's minds, I suspect, okay, I'm not sure, but I think their minds were kind of like shut off that anything can be concealed in your hands. Because, you know, we've all done, you know, this kind of moves before, okay, this kind of moves, and, you know, I've had people, you know, kind of almost like try to reposition themselves during performance to kind of like get a better look, you know, and that is exactly because they suspect, all right, they suspect that maybe your hands aren't empty. And so because of that, there is a tension on your hands, okay? Because, you know, of the kind of positions that you know that you are holding them in. They suspect something is there, and they realize that they don't have a clear view of it, and so they kind of try to wiggle their way around and get a better look. Whereas if your hands are kind of like this, you know, and your hands are clearly seen empty, there is nothing to see, okay? So the moment they get a glimpse of your palm being empty, I think what will happen is their mind just kind of switches off, and their attention will then, you know, go to somewhere else. And that is the reason why I think, you know, you can get away with this more often than you think. At least that's what I'm trying to tell myself. Now, I do realize that many of you out there are going to be watching this and watching the trailer for Ghost, and, you know, you're going to be like, well, I kind of know how that's done. And the thing is, yes, you might know how that's done, and, you know, if you're not going to be using this, then just walk away. Just leave it at that, okay? You're not going to use it, so just walk away. You kind of know how it's done. That's good enough for you. But for those of you who are really interested in this technique, and even if you kind of can guess at the method, my point is, don't try to figure it out by yourself, okay? You might know how it's done roughly, but don't waste your time trying to figure this out. Just get the tutorial, okay? Because for me, my own experience is, although I kind of knew how it worked, the tutorial video that, you know, when you go through it with Collin, just made everything so clear, and, you know, the learning curve was made a lot easier, all right, because of, you know, how clear everything was. Having a teacher with you to run through everything with you, the angles, you know, the technique, the get ready, the recover, everything, it just makes learning just that much easier. So if you're really interested to, you know, learn this technique, just get the video. So, I mean, will I use it? You know, well, I think I would be tempted to, you know, because it's really fun, okay? I must say, the more you do it, the funner it becomes, the more you do it, the more fun it becomes. So yeah, I'm tempted to use it, you know, but I think the way I would use it is not very blatant, you know. I would probably use it just like in passing. It's gonna be just like used just for like 1 or 2 seconds at most, you know, just to register that the hands are empty, and that's it. I just move on from there. So it wouldn't be like a very focused kind of a move, you know. I probably won't use it like, you know, showing the hand like that and then just, you know, snapping the fingers and showing it gone like that. It's probably not the way I would use it. I would probably prefer, you know, more kind of subtle applications, you know, within the context of like switches or like holding out. So yeah, I think those are the kind of ways I would probably use it if I were to use it myself. But well, all things considered, you know, it is a really cool thing to learn, all right? And if you can actually, you know, get this going for yourself and you can start to do it consistently, confidently, and dependably, then I think you've got a really cool weapon at your disposal, and a whole new world of coin magic literally will just open up in front of you. I really want to thank Collin, all right, for being so generous and sharing this project with me so that I can chat with you guys about it on this show. If you would like to pick up Ghost for yourself, I will leave the link in the description box down below. So as always, guys, thanks for watching today. As you can tell, I'm actually in the middle of shows. You know, I just did one earlier, and then I've got one more coming up in about 2 hours time, so I thought I'd just quickly do this episode. But as always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate all the support. If you're not yet a subscriber to the channel, but you enjoy the content so far, please do remember to subscribe. Your support really means a lot to me, and it really helps me, you know, continue to try and grow this channel on YouTube. So till the next episode, all right, take care of yourselves, stay safe, have fun with your magic, and I will see you on a future episode of Nique Chats. Let's just do one more. Looks good.